Hello and welcome along to the West Wales Karting Virtual Racing Clio Cup Championship on the PS4 platform, and today it's race 2, round 5 of the championship at Brands Hatch, Indy. And if race 1's anything to go by, race 2 is going to be an absolute cracker. I don't know if it can match that one, to be honest. We had spins, thrills, everything. It's basically in that first one. Dan Holloway, as a result, now leads the championship by 10 points from Stuart Davis. Monty MC Momo and Del Boy still battling over third and fourth, not too far behind. And Spitfire there making up for lost ground in fifth. Welsh Taff in sixth. Alex Brown, Pick Z and Cortez all fighting down the field there as well, but I don't think they're involved at Brands Hatch, so we've just got the 6 runners today, but that's plenty. Stuart Davis gets revenge by qualifying pole position for this one, just ahead of his championship rival Dan Holloway, who won race 1 just ahead of Monty MC Momo. And the sunset, no, it's a really quick getaway, and Stuart Davis spots it okay, and he's away cleanly from pole position, and Dan Holloway's under a little bit of pressure from Del Boy now in third, and Spitfire down the inside of him in fourth there, and Monty MC Momo and Welsh Chaff slotting in behind, and it's a great start once again from Stuart Davis, but we all know what happened last time if you've seen race 1, and Dan Holloway's hoping that happens again, isn't he, Alex?
You'd have to imagine so, especially as Stu's now 10 points behind in the championship, so he's really got to win this, you'd have to imagine, but with Dan behind, that's going to be pretty hard, as well as the rest of the field, as Spitfire now looking for third place on Del Boy and gets through quite convincingly, as Welsh Taff has a go, Monty there in the background, just nipping at his heels.
Whoa, and talking of nipping at his heels, I think that was Del Boy nipping at his wheels, going on the curb there, on 2 wheels, and that's allowed Monty MC Momo to get through into 4th place. Incredible. Great opportunistic manoeuvre there from Monty, and now he's got Spitfire just up the road in his sights, and Dan Holloway's got his championship rival Stuart Davis in his sights, and Stuart really needs to make up for lost ground after that quite disastrous race he had last time here, doesn't he? And he really does need to take advantage of this one. And Dan can maybe sit a little bit more comfortably there in second, but he can't afford to let his championship rival get too comfortable, can he?
No, definitely not. Like you said, the first race wasn't great for Stu. He turned into a barrier inspector the way he was going off the track. But you see, Dan's really closing in on him, so he's going to put as much pressure as he can to really make that mistake happen again. You see he's right on the bumper, so he gets that great exit as he always does in the final corner onto the straight, and he's looking right and left at just trying to find any gap he can slot the car in, but Stu's great on defending as Dan is, so this is going to be a tight battle which could bring Spitfire into play. He's closed right up.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. They both know each other quite well as well. They both race in the Xbox league as well, let's not forget. So they've raced these Clio Cups in that championship too. And now they're side by side, so they know each other very well and know these cars very well, and they're both great at overtaking and defending. And that was Dan Holloway on the inside of Stuart Davis. Ooh. And Dan's good, just about holds it. Incredible. I don't know how he managed to hold that. That was incredible. And Stuart Davis, very good spatial awareness to see him coming as well. Spatial awareness. And that's Dan Holloway now still down the inside of Stuart as they head over the start-finish straight, and that's Monty in the background attacking Spitfire too. But who's going to come down Paddock Hill in first? I think it's going to be Dan. Oh, he gets on the curb and he takes himself out. Incredible, in the barrier, in the gravel, and he looked like he had that overtaking manoeuvre absolutely stuck on Stuart there. And now this is Monty going down the inside of Spitfire, and it's all kicking off here on lap 3.
Oh, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened to Dan. He's just got the championship lead, and now he's speared the barrier onto the first corner. It looks like he just hit too much of the curb and it unsettled the car and it went straight on. But he's 7 seconds off the lead now and 6 seconds off fourth, so he's got a hell of a lot of work to do now, but he's got clear air so he can really push in the laps.
Yeah, that's really not gone well for Dan Holloway, and he's done what Stuart Davis practically did in the first one, and it wasn't quite the lead, but you pretty much had the lead there, didn't he, going over there? Stuart Davis didn't have anything left in the tank to defend that one. And that's Del Boy going round, I think, in the background. He just got on the gravel coming down Paddock Hill, and that's Del Boy. Where is he? There he is. And this is going to let Welsh Taff through up into fourth. Fantastic. Welsh Taff into fourth there. Spitfire defends well from Monty in second and third, and now Stuart Davis has got himself a bit of a buffer to the battling battling pair here of second and third place, and there's quite a big gap to Welsh Taff now, but Welsh Taff has done remarkably well not to throw away any positions yet. He's in fourth now.
Yeah, he's doing really well in fourth at Welsh Taff. He's kept it clean, and he's been rewarded with that at fourth at the moment, but you'd have to imagine Stu would be hoping he could relax with Dan out of the picture at the moment, but he's got the mighty fast Spitfire behind him, who can imagine would want to win and return to winning ways, because I don't think he's won one for a while, unless you can correct me, Sam.
Yeah, I think you're right there. He had a bit of a winning streak, didn't he, when he first joined the series? And that's Del Boy off in Paddock Hill gravel trap once again, and he's lost time to Welsh Taff, who we're looking at now going round Druids. And behind there somewhere will be Dan Holloway, absolutely cursing in that cockpit, probably, and trying to make his way back through. I can see him getting back up to fourth, maybe, with the pace he has, if he really puts the hammer down, but whether he cashes up to the front or not, that remains to be seen. There's still a long way to go in this race. But yes, Spitfire, he'll be really thirsty for a win, really wanting this one, because he hasn't won for a while, as you said, Al, and I think he had that winning streak, didn't he, when he first joined, and he hasn't won anything since, really, so we really want to get this one.
Yeah, he was exceptionally fast in the caterhams as Stu slides it there, but that's not the ideal line, as both him and Monty are going to the gravel, and he's on the grass, and that's going to allow Spitfire straight up into first place. Great movement, and Monty into second. Stu's gone from first to third there, and he's back on the grass, so now he's looking down the inside of Monty, trying to get second back, and now he's sideways. Well, it's all kicking off again. This is not what Stu wants.
No, maybe he is just doing it for the entertainment value, but I doubt it very much. He certainly will not want to. You want to capitalise on Dan Holloway here down in sixth place, battling with Welsh Taff, who's seen Del Boy now go ahead of them, and he's trying to stick it down the inside of Welsh Taff, who sees him coming, and we know how good Dan Holloway is through this corner, and he gets a great run, as we'd expect, through there, and now he's demoted Welsh Taff back down to sixth, but Welsh Taff's not given up yet. He's having a look down the inside, and you can see a bit of an opening, but he knows he might not have the ultimate pace of Dan here, so maybe it's best to try and see what he's doing differently and follow his lines, but he's not going to do it very well by doing that, is he? Heading to the beach.
No, I think he was a bit too lenient there with Dan. He gave a lot of room on the inside, and Dan just said hello and went up the inside. And now he's chasing...
Hello and goodbye.
Yeah, and now he's chasing Del Boy for fourth, but it's not what he would have wanted, especially after just getting the lead.
Yeah, definitely, and down the inside of Del Boy, that was very close indeed, wasn't it? I think Del Boy must have seen this blue thing coming at him like a torpedo there, and hoping he wasn't going to get torpedoed, but Dan just about found enough stopping power from his Renault Clio brakes there. Do you know what brakes they use on a Renault Clio, Al, do you know?
I'm not sure, you'd have to...
Brembos?
Yeah, probably Brembos or something like that. But, running wide there, Del Boy almost hitting Dan, but Dan will get the run on him now, but he's on the outside, so... He'll have to try and either do the cut back or stick on the outside. Tries the cut back. They're both on two wheels, both off. Ooh, almost into the barrier. Might have just kissed it, and but that's down through. It's not the cleanest move.
I would have to say that's the most unorthodox overtaking manoeuvre I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's, I think the only other time you see that is the Demolition Derby or something.
Yeah, and somehow they both survived that in facing the right way. I don't know how they managed, but I would say a good overtaking manoeuvre there by Dan Holloway, but I don't know how to comment on that. He managed to get ahead anyway,
yeah.
And Del Boy there nearly spinning it, and now this has allowed Welsh Taff back in the mix a little bit, so Welsh Taff's looking for some fun here. He wants to join this party, and he says, hello, I'd like to take your fifth place, please, if you wouldn't mind. And now the sun's setting, it looks like the drivers are struggling, and that's Welsh Taff off again down there. And do you think the setting sun's going to have an impact on this race, Alex?
It depends where the sun's set. Well, the sun's setting to the track, because if it's in the braking zone, that could affect where they're braking, and it might cause them to brake a bit late, and then they'll go off. But it doesn't look too bad, as Spitfire's got his lights on, preparing for the nightfall. But hopefully, it won't interfere with any of them.
Yeah, hopefully not. We did speculate that there might have been some tyre issues in the first race, overheating issues, and maybe that would fix those issues in this race, possibly. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what the drivers say about that. But at the moment, it is sort of as you were, isn't it, with these top three? They're pushing each other very hard, but they're not making any mistakes at the moment. Stuart Davis pushing really hard on two wheels there. And who's going to be the first one to crack here, I wonder?
Well, after the first race, you have to say Stu.
Oh,
Say
Monty.
that, Monty goes straight off.
That looks planned, but yeah, it's just commentator's curse, I guess. Monty Momo now, and he's checking how his hair looks in that beautiful paintwork reflection of Stuart Davis's bumper there. But I think he's finished looking at that now, and he wants to try and get past instead. And Monty Momo is trying to wrong foot Stuart down into Paddock Hill. Oh, what's he doing? He's taking out the advertising boards. He's gone absolute rogue here, but Monty now is trying to stay with Stuart Davis and try and pass him somewhere. It's unfortunate he did make that mistake. They do seem very similar on pace, so it's anyone's game, really. And now it's this Del Boy. He's really sticking with Dan Holloway here, isn't he? Having a good go, getting stuck into him.
Yeah, he's pretty much matched. Well, he's faster on the last lap, so he's definitely sticking with him. But going back to what you said with the tyres, it could even go the complete opposite of the first race, and the rear tyres could become too cold, so it might cause them to slide a lot more. So, especially as they're only front wheel drive and they're essentially just dragging the rear tyres around with them. As the Del Boy there, he said he's really hustling Dan ahead. He's keeping him really honest.
He is, isn't he? And he's in the slipstream now as well. The slipstream effect isn't that great at this circuit with these not very straight straights and quite short straights. Oh, a little bit of contact there. And he pushes Dan onto the grass, who takes out the remaining advertising board. And that's Del Boy now really putting Dan under pressure. And I think he wants to get his own back from that unorthodox overtaking manoeuvre that we saw. And he's really trying hard. And is he going to go down the inside here, down the hill? It doesn't look like he's quite close enough. And we know how strong Dan is through this next section of the circuit. But we'll see how strong Del Boy is now. And he seems to be enjoying these darker conditions without the sun in his face.
Yeah, they almost matched on lap times that last lap, both for 51.3. Del Boy just slightly faster, so it just shows how close these two are racing. But yeah, Del Boy probably just letting Dan know he's there with that contact into the first corner. But I wonder if he'll try it again, or even just go for the dive, as it looks like he might be trying, as Dan blocks him off and taking that interesting grass line, but it's not quite worked.
Not quite yet, no. I don't know whether he's finding extra grip there or not, but so far, like you say, he still remains where he is. And Stuart Davis is hoping he doesn't remain where he is, because he wants a piece of victory, which he feels he should have after leading this race and leading the last race. And the last one, of course, he finished down in 5th after throwing it off the road. We won't mention it too many times, because I'd imagine he's quite sensitive to it by now. But he really wants this one. And for his sake, you better hope he does, because his championship rival down in 4th, there he is, Dan Holloway, is really under pressure, and Stewart's the one in the driving seat here, and he needs to absolutely capitalise if he's going to take this championship fight to Dan Holloway, who is at the moment the favourite, you'd have to say. But right now, at this minute, he's under pressure, and the man putting him under that pressure is Dan. He's trying to wrong foot him, and he's got a great run now down the hill, and Dan puts him on the grass a little bit, but it's Del Boy now who's got all the cards, and he takes that position away, and Dan goes, okay, then on you go, take that one.
Yeah, it was a great move there.
Oh.
But Dan's fighting back, and he didn't have the ideal line. Del Boy could just keep the momentum up on the outside, and you can just see he's pulled about two or three car lengths on him. But yeah, it must be quite frustrating for Dan to be stuck with Del Boy, especially as they're doing the same pace. But their battling's really affecting them compared to the leaders. The top three are in the 51s, and they're doing 52s, unless this lap's a lot faster. No, still 52, so they're second off the leaders, which is amazing, really, to consider the first race when Dan pretty much just drove away.
Yeah, I think this battle really is affecting it, because a few laps ago, the top 5, I think, they're all like 51.3s. Can you imagine if there wasn't any errors and we had a 5-way fight for the lead? That would be absolutely incredible. They're very similar on pace, but with these two battling the way they are, they're really costing each other, whereas the front 3, they've got a bit of a gap to each other, and they're just pushing each other onto faster and faster times until one of them throws it off the road. But they haven't got too long now to throw it off the road if they want to take advantage of that. Then it's only a couple of laps left to go now. So it's Spitfire who still leads, and at the moment you'd have to say he's probably got this one in the bag, but who knows what's going to happen.
No, a good lap from Stu could really close things up. He's under a second, so you'd have to imagine he'll either try go for it. That's a great drift there from Del Boy. That's not going to help him though go fast, as that's going to bring Dan back into play, who I wonder if he'll try his old bumper car manoeuvre, try and get past.
Quite possibly, we'll have to see if it is or not. And Del Boy will be looking out for that one and trying to think of his own manoeuvre to defend from that. But they're having a great little scrap here for, it might only be 4th and 5th, but it's probably not what they both want at the moment, considering where they are in their championship. Del Boy battling Monty, who's ahead of him, and Dan Holloway battling Stuart Davis. Spitfire, he's not in the championship hunt really, is he? He missed a couple of rounds. He's just out there for himself to win this one. But you could say he's also in a fight with Monty and Del Boy for 3rd overall in the championship, so he'll be thinking about that, no question about it. And he heads now down the back straight, and this will be the last lap. And he's got his lights on, but no one else has. I think Stuart and Monty are still in stealth mode, hoping that they can sneak up on him, but I don't think they've got any time left to do that now, because Spitfire, unless he puts it on the grass or the gravel here, is going to win this one, and he powers out of that last corner, puts all 200 or so horsepower onto the tarmac, and comes across the line to take a very well-deserved first place here, and his first win for quite some time. Congratulations to Spitfire there, just ahead of a charging Stuart Davis, who gets some great points for his championship, and Monty MC Momo as well in 3rd. And it's Del Boy, who's just about going to hold off Dan Holloway, I think, for 4th there. And now Dan comes across the line in 5th as well, flashing his lights as he goes there. And Welsh Taff is going to come home in 6th position. A little bit off the lead. He didn't quite have the pace at this track, I don't think. Not one of his favourites, but he'll be back for sure at the next one.
Yeah, Stu really made up for that first race, as see Welsh Taff go over the line, flash his lights, so he's enjoyed it. But that's confirmation of the race results of the Spitfire with a great win. They're only a second from Stu in 2nd.
Yeah, really close, and this is what it does for the championship now. Dan Holloway still ahead of Stuart. But anyway, join us next time where we'll find out who's actually leading the championship.